Good day, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back. Today we are going to looking at Arrakis and Dune Awakening, and we're going to be going over the top 10 tips that I believe are the best ones for the early game, and they're must-know tips in my opinion. Alright guys, tip 1. Craft a damn skill suit. Hydration on Arrakis is the way to go, okay? Without a still suit, survival in the deep desert is pretty much non-existent. So yeah, the first chance you get, I have got a video about it. I'll post it up below here, and I'll put a link in the description. This is how you get your first still suit, and yeah, they are upgradable throughout the game. You'll get plenty more as you progress through the game, but these allow you to basically be hydrated and not die before you even get to see one of them giant sandworm Shia-Lutes. Alright, tip number 2. Before you go exploring into the deep desert or anywhere else, right, gather up resources. Resources are key, guys. So metal scrap here, look, you can pick it up. And also to make sure you get more salvage materials. You're going to need obviously plant fibers as well. You'll find all these out in the world, so basically go and scavenge them the best that you can. You'll find rocks on the ground as well. This is copper ore. My backpack is currently full, so yeah, you'll find items like this around here as well, guys. Make sure that you craft before, or gather up before you're exploring, which leads me on to my third tip. All right, crafting. Rather than hoarding items, craft items. Now, I'm not a very good example of this, unfortunately. I am a bit of a hoarder, but yeah, you need to be able to craft items rather than hoard them. All right, so things like light darts, craft them out of this salvage metal. Anytime you might have a broken weapon or heal kits you might need, craft them, okay, because they will take up inventory space. So if we go here and just craft 15 of these here, we can see those are going to be crafted. So definitely craft rather than hoarding. Okay, third tip, survey probes. Now, when you come into the map, you're going to see only a small portion of the map, okay, just like we have up here. You are going to see, this is the Eastern Vermilius Gap, and we've got contracts up here. In order to see this area without having to travel it all, you're going to need to use a survey probe launcher. Okay, you will get this as you go through the tutorial, but you're able to basically grab this survey probe, and you'll need these survey probes here, and you'll need to get onto high ground. So we'll have a look at that, and we'll show you that right now. So I'm just going to put them in there. So we're going to get up onto high ground and I'll show you that. Okay guys, in order to do a survey, so you can see here, look, we're in the Eastern Vermilius Gap. We've surveyed all down here at Hagar Basin. So we're going to show you what the surveying does. And hopefully I'm at the right height now. So I can, if not, I can climb to there. So we've got our survey probe launcher here. So we're just going to point it up, and we're not at the required height. Alright, we're scaling as high as we can get here on this area. So this should hopefully be high enough now. So point it up top and launch it. So now we can see a scan, or probe proximity. We are getting some heat there. But we can see the scan happening, look, so we are going to get an entire map done, but we need to stay at this level, okay? So you have to stay where you are whilst the scan is being done, okay? So scan is now complete, and we can see a survey report, and you can see, look, the whole area has now been completed. So, you do need to have scan probes, guys. That is a must, okay? Okay, next tip. Tip number 5. When you're traveling around the map, okay, you're going to see vast areas like this crossing here, okay? avoid open sand where possible. Now the reason I say that is because when you get out into the sand, you're going to have Shai-Hulud hunting you, basically. And you're going to have an icon show up in the middle of the screen, and it will show you what your vibration count is. Then that turns red, he's nearly on you, okay? So you really need to be careful about keeping an eye on that when you're in open sand, guys. Open sand equals sandworms. Stick to the rocks, cliffs, and high ground to stay safe. Alright, tip number 6. Manage the heat, okay? Stay in the shade. The minute that we go into open areas, the temperature will rise. So I'm going to jump off my sand bike here. So you will see that my temperature will start to rise, and I will have an indicator in the middle of the screen there that my temperature is rising. I need to be able to get to shade, okay? So Shai-Hulud has just come out behind us. So get to shade when you can, guys, because you do not want to be out in the sun. Sun leads to parching, which leads to loss of water. So manage your heat. Alright, tip number 7, okay? If you want to, join a faction. With a faction, you get access to better missions, exclusive gear, and also protected zones. It's basically a no-brainer. And what I mean by a faction is, if I go into my map and into my social here, you have, where are we? In the Landsrad, you have House Atreides, and you have Harkonnen as well. Okay? You will basically be able to join these guys and be affiliated to them by doing contracts with them. Definitely join a faction, guys, okay? And also, tip number 8. Learn the basics of combat before you go into PvP, okay? Now, there are multiple, if we look at our map here, there are multiple scavenger bases or scavenger camps. So I'm going to go over to this scavenger camp and I'll see you when I get there. Alright, so when you get to a scavenger camp, guys, learn what your skills are, what skills you're best at. So I'm a mix between a trooper and a swordmaster. So learn what your skills are. Okay, it really does help out. So I can go up to this guy and I can use my rifle, I can use a sword, okay? But I use my Q function there, which is my knee charge. It gathers me a lot of ground in a very quick amount of time. It also decides that you can take them out pretty much in 1 or 2 hits, if you can. So yeah, learn how to make use of your skills, your passive and your active skills before engaging in PvP, guys. It will help you out a lot, I think, here. So, tip number 9. Build near resources, not danger, okay? When I say that, I'm saying, okay, this guy here has built near the open sand, but he's away from the sandworm, alright? So, you basically need to find a convenience between safety and convenience of materials around you. Now, this guy hasn't got a lot of materials around him. Okay, but when we look at bases like this, for example, they are built near resources as well, guys. So make sure you are near your resources. Okay, tip number 10, the final one, and actually it's quite apt because you need to keep an eye on the weather. Okay, when the weather comes in, it can be brutal, guys. It can kill you very, very quickly. Alright, so you basically need to watch it. Now we can see on the map here, the sandstorm is coming in from the left, look. We're quite a way over here, so we've got a little minute until it gets to us. But when that arrives, you want to be in cover. So we're going to slice this down here and seek cover in here. But I'm also going to want to take these guys out as well. There we go.
Sector weather alert.
So here we go, look. So the sandstorm is approaching us, okay? We can see it on the horizon. It is coming in, look. We can see it rolling in. We want to be in cover away from this sandstorm. Because if you get caught in this sandstorm, you only have a little amount of time until you can get to your cover, alright? And basically this will stop you from being able to move very quickly at all, okay? So make sure you are in cover when the storms arrive, guys. That's going to do it for our top 10 tips. I hope you enjoyed those, guys, and I hope you're going to look forward to playing Dune Awakening when it arrives on June the 10th. If you've pre-ordered, then it arrives on the 5th of June. Guys, if you have liked the video, please hit that like and subscribe button. It would be much appreciated. And we will see you in the next one, guys. Have a good day, everybody.